From Studio A, this is Late Night at North Texas. With your host, Sean Poole. And your co-host, Arianna Belolio. With special guest, Jasmine Nguyen.
Hello everyone and welcome to Late Night at North Texas. You may be wondering, who is this guy sitting behind this desk? Well, it's funny you ask. You hardly even know me. You're already questioning my existence. That's real cool. Regardless, I'm Sean Poole. I'm your host for this late night season.
And seated 6 feet away from him is me, Arianna Belolio, your co-host for Late Night Season 18. You left out the season number, Sean. Did you not hear? Our show can legally vote now.
Oh, that's nice. Can the show get a vaccine too?
Unfortunately, we can't get carried away.
That's fair. Anywho, we're both here to give you the news, the hard-hitting facts, while also making them a little funny.
Yeah. As a pandemic continues to loom over the world, comedy has never been more important.
Exactly. So without further ado, let's get into the news. A koala was rescued after causing a 5-car pileup on an Australian freeway last week. Once captured, the marsupial was quickly turned over to the police for driving without insurance.
Should have gone State Farm.
At least it wasn't a DUI.
Yeah. A West Texas lawyer went viral last month after joining an online hearing with a cat filter on. Still no word on the cat that joined the meeting with the lawyer filter.
Well, good thing they didn't need to call local paw enforcement.
Oh.
A popular dating app, Bumble, opened to a massive gain in their stock market last week. It was marking the first good opening line in the company's history.
Oh, got any good pickup lines?
No.
Probably not, yeah.
No. I don't know if you can tell by the 5 minutes I've been on screen, but I'm not the smoothest, charming,
You're not Harry Styles. Yeah. Well, the long criticized actress from The Mandalorian, Gina Carano, was fired last month after making a post on social media that compared the experience of being a Jew in the Holocaust to being a Republican. And incredibly, that statement wasn't as offensive as her acting.
Yeah, that's rough. A new Scooby-Doo spin-off series surrounding Velma is in the works over at HBO. It'll apparently be 8 episodes of her looking for her glasses.
I'm sure you can relate to that one. A super spreader, James Charles, shared his bravery last month by revealing his new bald head. Thank you, James Charles. The world can heal now.
I saw recently he was pregnant now, too.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of activism these days. I'm real proud of him.
He's doing a lot for the world.
An 8-year-old from Minneapolis has written a letter to NPR to lament the fact that most of the topics covered in their program, All Things Considered, concern boring things like politics, rather than dinosaurs and cool things. Personally, I don't see the problem since most of the political news these days is about those dinosaurs anyways.
Yeah, because who wants to hear about, the world or current events?
I want Stegosaurus. I want Brachiosaurus.
Exactly. Sacha Baron Cohen joked that he would hire Rudy Giuliani to contest the Golden Globes if his movies Borat subsequent films, and the trial of the Chicago 7 don't win. According to a recent poll, a third of Republican voters now find him qualified to be president.
Have you seen Borat?
Yeah, I have.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Speaking of politics, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu walked out on a hearing on his own corruption trial 20 minutes after its start on February 8th. This sudden change in strategy is being described as the legal equivalent of closing your eyes, plugging your ears, and going, la 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 la, I can't hear you.
I've definitely done that before.
It goes a long way.
It goes a long way. It works. Country music star Morgan Wallen is under fire again after being caught on camera using racial slurs. This coming just months after being caught on video at a party without his mask.
Oops. Later, we'll be sitting down with the president of UNT's Filipino Student Association, Jasmine Nguyen. But first, who are we? How did we get here? What are we even doing in life, in love, and in late night?
For answers to some of these questions, take a look.
It's always been my dream to host Late Night at North Texas. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've always, dreamed of running a Dallas late night show.
I never really thought I'd be here. I mean, every little girl dreams that they'll be able to sit in a chair, tell outdated jokes to a live studio audience of 2 camera guys, but to actually do that, it's unreal.
I'm trying to get involved with the show's production as much as possible. I think knowing every aspect of the show truly makes me a better host. Good. I've even made some suggestions on ways I think the show can be improved. Listen, I think what we have to do for the show is bring in a talking dog. That's gonna increase the viewership with the under 18 demographic, the TikTok people. They need a talking dog. I think that's gonna help out the show a lot.
Honestly, it's been a difficult adjustment to make. I mean, since becoming famous, I can't walk down the street without getting mobbed by fans.
Hey! I saw that! I didn't give you permission! Delete it right now!
I guess that's just the price of stardom, but it's not without its benefits, of course. You, over there! Bring me another strawberry, but seedless this time.
It's been a learning process, I'll admit it.
Eddie, you want some help with that?
No, I think I got it.
You sure?
I'm fine! But I really feel like I'm getting the hang of this late night thing.
He has no idea what he's doing.
I'm getting along with the crew really well. I really think they're starting to like me.
Yeah. All right, man. Looking good.
Get away from me.
Okay. I really think they're starting to respect me. All right, so we're going out for drinks after this, or what? Okay, yeah, I'll see y'all there. Hump day!
I thought fame would be fun, but actually it's just been exhausting.
Hey, you can't do that here.
Oh, the cameras are with me.
No, I mean you can't park your car.
I gotta go.
I guess what I'm trying to say is...
I guess what I'm trying to say is
we're ready to host late night. I mean, what could go wrong?
And welcome back to Late Night at North Texas. Now we have the great pleasure of sitting down virtually with none other than Jasmine Nguyen, president of UNT's Filipino Student Association. Hey Jasmine, thanks for joining us tonight on Zoom.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome. The fact that we were able to have this interview virtually is pretty amazing. So thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah, and this is the first episode, and so thanks for, starting off strong with us. So thanks again for having us.
Yes, first episode. Woo!
So we got some hard-hitting questions for you,
I'm ready.
So let's talk about the Filipino Student Association. So you're the president, right? So let's talk about what do you do in this club? What are some of the duties you have? What's the club entail? Talk about it.
Yeah, so the Filipino Student Association, we are a cultural social org. We welcome people from all backgrounds. You don't have to be Filipino. Basically, our org is just promoting the culture of the Philippines and also just connecting people to the community that we have built, not only in Denton, but also just across Texas. Have, sections dealing with culture, but we have sports teams, we have dance teams, and yeah, we just really want to have a safe space for our members to feel like home, away from home. So yeah.
Well, sweet. You got a sports team. Let us know if you need a late night talk show. We'll let our people talk to your people.
Sure.
So you're the president. And you were saying you went up from what, secretary, and you knew up the ladder, right? So, how was
did,
that
I
like?
did.
How did it start, I guess from not being in the organization to now being the president? How'd you do it? What's your secret?
Right. There's no secret, honestly. When I was a freshman, I found this organization through Mean Green Fleeing and stuff like that, and I just really wanted to find people that relate to me and understand me, and just open their arms and welcome me to college life. And so that's what I found with FSA. Some of my closest friends organization. So it just had a really deep impact for me. And I've always been interested in leadership positions. So the next year I became secretary and kind of learned the ropes of how being leadership position is, especially in a college organization. And I wanted more. I wanted to do more for this org that's given me lifelong friends and just so many memories. So I was vice president last year, and currently president for this term, spring term and fall term. So yeah, I'm happy to provide back to the community as much as they've given to me. So.
Yeah, that's beautiful. How have you been able to, introduce new members into the group, conduct Zoom meetings and stuff like that with COVID-19?
Right. So we were not prepared for COVID and jumping virtually, everything moving virtually. We're an org that thrives on meeting people in person and, running into someone you've met from last meeting or an event that we've had before. So it was definitely a shift. I think we just have a strong base support with our members. So despite not being able to gather and, BLB, have our general meetings filled with, sometimes it gets up to 200 people, and it's just crowd filled with people that want to learn more about this culture and just be a part of this community. And, we try to implement that as much as we can with Zoom and meetings and stuff like that. And I think it's all just about the energy that you have and having a strong base of officers that are willing to put in the work as much as we would do pre-COVID. So just having events that welcome everyone and introduce them to new people. And so that's what we did.
Sweet. I was going to say, so you're the president now at college, but we don't all stay at college forever. So what's your plan, your goal? What are you going to take from this out into the real world? What's like your dream job? Let's talk about the future here,
Right. So yeah, I'm in school, definitely not just to be the president of Filipino Student Association, but I am majoring in business computer information systems. So I plan on taking everything that I've learned from school, but also through FSA. I've had the chance to network with alumni and connect with people that are in the same path as me, and have this supportive group that is doing exactly what I'm doing. And I want to be an IT project manager. So working with businesses to help them improve with IT and kind of be that bridge between businesses and IT, but also lead as well, because, I've been in leadership positions since high school. So I think I just would want to take what I've learned from high school and college into the real life. So.
Wow. What advice would you give to people who are wanting to get more involved in student organizations and, who want to take on a role of leadership?
Right. I would say don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like intimidating to not know anyone, and you see all these people that you have no idea who they are or what they do. And for me, I think that was the biggest little hurdle. I just had to put myself out there and be willing to meet new people. And for people that want to be in leadership positions, I would just say you have that leadership ability and within you. And I think sometimes people just need a little push. And that's kind of what I'm here for. If my members are interested in becoming a leader, I tell them, here's what you can do to prepare for this, and you have that ability within you. So just take it and go with it. So
Cool. Yeah, take your chances, everyone. We got to wrap up. They're telling us, we got to finish things up. But before we let you leave, what's been your least favorite and your most favorite thing or class at UNT? What's some struggles you've had? What's some fun stuff you've had? Just
wow. Okay. My least favorite class would probably be calculus. I was originally a computer engineer major, and I took Calculus 1 and Comp Sci 1, and I was like, I don't think this is for me. So that's why I made the switch. But interestingly enough, my most favorite class would probably be Women and Gender Studies from my freshman year. It was an elective, but great class. I met a lot of great people through that freshman year. So, yeah.
Yeah, and last but not least, do you want to plug in an Instagram handle and a way people can contact you or the organization if they want to get involved?
Yeah, so we're really active on Instagram. So it's just UNT FSA. My handle is Jazz Pizzazz, so it's JAZZPAZAZ. So yeah, if y'all guys want to check out what we're up to and what I'm up to, go ahead and follow. So thank you guys for having me here.
Yeah, of
course. Of course. Thanks for joining us on our first episode. We're still testing things out, so just hope everything went well.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks for joining us through Zoom. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back at Late Night in North Texas. And that's our show. I want to thank Jasmine Nguyen for joining us virtually tonight. I also want to thank my amazing co-host, Arianna. And finally, our phenomenal crew. Thank you for doing what you do. I'm Sean Poole, and this has been Late Night in North Texas. Good night, everybody.
Good night.